Hey guys, Cloud here, and today we are going to be covering /execute summon. Now I know it is very self-explanatory and maybe it's overstated to make a video, but I figured I'd make a very quick minute or two video to explain how to use it, when to use it, and my thoughts on it. So in 1.19.4 they added /execute summon, and I'm pretty sure this is a pretty stable extension. I'll go over execute on later when I feel like it's more completed. But execute summon's pretty simple. So what it does is what it sounds like it does. It summons something, but it changes the context of the execute command to that new entity, which makes things a lot simpler. Whereas before in data packs, what you would do is you would summon something with a tag. So you would go summon bat with tags, and then you would give it a temporary tag like init or new. And then you would do execute as at e type equals bat tag equals new run function blah blah blah. Okay, and then you do tag at e remove new. Okay, this execute summon gets rid of the need for this command and for technically this command kind of, but you'll see what I mean in a moment. So with the current state of execute summon, it is able to be chained, which is kind of interesting, but I think that the @s refers to only the last one. So I can do this, and it says villager, hi villager. So it doesn't say two of them. And so it should only be the @s for the last villager in this list, which is a little bit weird, but you can come up with some interesting chaining combinations with this summon. Now, if you want to do something to this villager, you can do run, and you can do effect give @s levitation infinite, and now I spawned a villager and he's flying away. Now this doesn't really add too much new functionality, so realistically the commands that you would want to use in conjunction with this is something like scoreboard or tag. Sadly, we don't currently have a way to give the entity starter MBT, so we can't exactly start it off with some data, which can be a problem, and maybe they will update that in the future. I hope they do. But for now, it's a problem. The only way to use this really effectively is with a data pack, sadly. But basically what you would do is you would summon your villager, and then you would run a function. And we can just call this function starter : summon. Ooh, and let me put that inside the init function. So then inside here, you would do multiple things to that villager. So you would do tag @s add new, or say hi @s. And the last thing of note that some of you may want to know is without the ability to assign specific MBT to this /execute summon command, you run into the issue of when you use something like block tile entities, which I will cover in the future, but I'm kind of just waiting for new updates so that they fix some bugs and I don't give outdated information. But in the current way that it works, if you try to spawn one that has an animation like this, if you use execute summon, it will just have the default values for the starting position. You would have to actually physically summon it with your starting translations and information on the block. So if you wanted to make it a tall block that falls over and not a 1x1 block that falls over, you can't use execute summon because it would spawn as a 1x1 block. You would change the data to a tall block, but the interpolation would start from the 1x1 case. So there's some weird situations where you actually need that MBT on the entity when it's summoned. So for that reason, I hope that they add the functionality in the future. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.